Complete and total chaos this morning, causing my delay to be tardy. My apologies to you, but you don't want to know why. It doesn't really matter. All I know is the world is changing. We are winning, and I have never been so excited in my life as to see what I am seeing right now. Dear God, there is no world. There is nothing that I can put into words to explicate, to explain, to expatiate, to limn, to describe, to list ad seriatim everything that is going on regarding our great and delicious and glorious republic. What this president is doing is beyond anything anybody ever thought even remotely possible. And that's the God's honest truth. So my friends, get ready to sit back and watch something like you have never seen in your life. This is something so great, so grandiose, so without peer. I never thought this was even popular or possible. Now, I know you and I had thought, okay, the president's going to do some good things, and good for you. Good for you. Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you. Thank you. It's great to see what you and Bobby are doing, and that's terrific. But you know what? I thought to myself, I don't know, is it really going to happen? Are things really going to change? Are things really going to be this great? Things really going to be this fantastic? Is he really going to make America great again and healthy again? Is he really going to be able to transmogrify, transmute, and deliver this great and wonderful republic from the depths of the delirium that we've been in? Isn't it all possible? Is it something that can happen? Is it? Well, you know what? It is happening. And it's happening in a way that I never thought even possible. It's happening in a way that is so incredible, I don't even know where to begin. So my friends, sit back and get ready, because we have a show and I have stories for you and news for you that you're going to be overwhelmed. You're going to say, I never knew this. Why didn't Fox tell me this? Why didn't anybody tell me this? Because Fox has a limited framework, as do those other little stations, the news, this and the News and Nations and the other little, what am I trying to say? A Baby Monitor, CNN and even Newsmax. It's nice, but they're never going to go anything beyond. They're never going to tell you anything regarding the script that doesn't follow the rules regarding Israel. Never. Or Russia or never. They're never going to tell you the truth about Russia. They're going to tell you the truth about China or Israel or Gaza or anything, because they're never ever, they want you to think that they're certainly pro-Trump, but they're not pro-truth, because they're only for the truth that has been provided and permitted. All right, dear friends, sit back, get ready. We have a show for you today. Make sure you're subscribed to Lionel Nation. Make sure you like these videos. Make sure you are paying attention. But first, this. We've been told our whole lives that wrinkle creams were the easiest way to look younger. Now, one doctor says that's nothing but old news. According to Dr. John Lakey, the world-renowned Beverly Hills beauty expert, most wrinkle fixes on the market are nothing but glorified moisturizers. He says they hardly make a dent on your appearance, and some can even be harmful to your skin. Now, recently, Dr. Lakey has focused his attention away from mainstream cosmetic practices. Why? So he can pursue a revolutionary anti-aging breakthrough, one that some experts say could empty the wallets of the cosmetic industry. He says it's almost like Photoshop for your face. You may even be mad after seeing how easy it is to visibly erase your wrinkles from view. His personal clients have dubbed his new do-it-yourself technique the age rewinder method, because it can take years or even decades off your appearance in under 2 minutes. In light of this amazing breakthrough, Dr. Lakey has released a step-by-step video to the public, free and uninterrupted, where he outlines exactly how to use this simple solution from home. He says if this helps even one person look younger or feel more confident, I'll be thrilled knowing it helped. Now, the video has since gone viral. At first, it was shared by users on Facebook, but since then, it's racked up over 2,300,000 views and counting. So far, the comments and feedback have been outstanding, with thousands of women reporting they look decades younger. One viewer even commented, quote, "Best results of anything I've used. I can't believe how well this works. I've never stopped using this. I don't understand how it works, but the results are great. Thank you. Now, so you can find out more about this yourself right now. Go to bhmd1.com/Lionel or click on the link in the description below. That's bhmd1.com/Lionel. Now, there is one thing Dr. Lakey asks from his viewers. If watching this video helps you look and feel younger than you have in years, then please, he says, share this video with your friends and loved ones. Together, we have the power to help as many women reclaim a youthful look as possible. Go watch the video at bhmd1.com/Lionel right now, or just click on the link in the description box below. Oh, all right, my friends. I don't know what happened with that one. There you go. Now, a couple of things here. First and foremost, let me remind you of a couple of things, a couple of stories, a couple of aspects of this. Number one, the news. The news is so critical, so important, so without peer that it must be brought to you right now in my particular way, in my particular vantage point, in my particular delivery, and based upon the stories that I think are important for reasons that, well, you're not going to hear on Fox News. And there's a good reason for that. Very, 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 very simple. How does this thing work? Well, let me explain this to you. The first story, which is absolutely so incredible, this is where the EPA head reveals there's no real oversight of a shocking $20 billion Biden administration funneled through Citibank. This is the tip of the iceberg. The head of the Environmental Protection Agency, this is Lee Zeldin, who was a congressman and ran for governor, has admitted that there was virtually no oversight on a staggering $20 billion funneled through Citibank by the Biden administration. Now think about this, $20 billion. And the revelation has absolutely sparked outrage, with critics calling it just the tip of the iceberg and what could be one of the largest, biggest, most incredible financial scandals in recent history. The $20 billion just parked there. Calls for an independent audit and congressional investigation are now growing louder. How did it get there? We're finding out how they parked money, how they kept money, how they hid money, what they did to the money, how these scoundrels actually worked. It's beyond anything you've ever seen. It's beyond $20 billion. They found this right away. Remember, it's been what? 11, so it's been 25 days that the president's been in office. Don't you feel like he's been there for like a year? It's incredible. It's incredible. Now, Doge, the limestone mine. This discovery proves Elon Musk's waste cutting is vital. The Department of Government Efficiency, or Doge, I love this, has uncovered, as you know, a massive limestone mine, a lease buried deep within government contracts. A massive limestone mine lease buried deep within government contracts, highlighting the need for Elon Musk's aggressive waste-cutting reforms. The discovery has exposed millions of dollars wasted on unused government-owned resources that could have been better allocated elsewhere. And Musk has vowed to push forward with his efforts. They're all over the place. Bureaucratic waste, an effort to make government spending more efficient. I mean, this is just. Wait until you hear what is going on. Wait until you hear what they're finding out regarding CDC and Wuhan, and how the largest transfer of wealth, perhaps in the history of mankind. Let me just say this to you. And I say this with all due respect because I myself am in the same position. You have never seen anything like this. Whatever you thought was possible, whatever you imagined to be possible, whatever you thought, well, this is no. They're not even done. They don't know yet. This is not going to be anything you've ever seen before. This, Mark, look at me. This is going to end the Democratic Party. I did a piece last night with my friend Bob Kudla. One of the best investment shows. You've got to see this. Absolutely one of the best. First of all, Kudla he's an animal, an absolute animal. And he sees things through the purview and through the mindset of somebody who has. This is a former Marine. He's no nonsense. Absolutely no. He's one of us, too. Let me put this link on. You've got to listen to what he says and what we're finding out that's happening right now in the world of investment by virtue of this. It's beyond anything you've ever said. And I'm going to be saying that a lot. I realize that. This is beyond anything you can imagine because I can't imagine this. I never thought this was possible. I didn't understand this. I didn't grasp this. We're not supposed to be able to grasp this. It's beyond that. Headline, Trudeau at AI Action Summit. AI must be controlled to prevent disinformation and, you ready? Cynicism. He wants to stop cynicism. The cynical poses apparently an existential threat to him. The cynical. Are you kidding me? Our good friend Brad Rung says 1925, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre took place in a Chicago garage where 7 rivals of Al Capone's gang were murdered and gunned down. Thank you so much. Always the bright light in our day, bringing up those aspects of our society that will make us proud to be Americans. Thank you for that, Brad. Appreciate it. So Canadian Prime Minister, the testicular Justin Trudeau, Fidelito, has called for tighter government controls over artificial intelligence, warning that unchecked AI could spread disinformation and cynicism. That's right. His remarks at the AI Action Summit have fueled concerns that global elites are looking to use AI regulations as a means to silence dissent. Critics argue that Trudeau's push for regulation is more about controlling narratives than addressing legitimate AI-related threats. Do you think? Do you think? Oh, he's so through. Dateline, Poland, Polish MEP faces 3 years in prison for liking a tweet. That's right, my friends. A Polish member of the European Parliament is facing up to 3 years in the Huzgau, in the Pokey, in the big house, for liking a tweet. The case has raised serious concerns about free speech in the European Union, do you think? As political figures and journalists fear the growing spread of criminalizing dissent. The MEP's legal team is calling the prosecution a blatant attack on democracy and individual rights. Can you believe that one? You think that's possible here? Well, it was possible here. It was theoretically possible. There was perhaps a chance, but not now. Not now. Brad Rung says 2018, a gunman, former student, opened fire with a semi-automatic rifle at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, killing 17 people in 2018. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, buddy. Happy Valentine's Day to you, my friend. Thank you, Brad. You got a party? You want to pick it up? Have Brad come in. Brad will say, on this day, and sitting right about where you are, a family of 5 was attacked by a Malamute, charred and chewed beyond recognition. Have a nice day. Thank you, Brad. I say that because I love you. You're a maniac. And you've danced like you've never danced before, and I mean that. Judge blocks Texas online digital ID law, citing constitutional concerns. A federal judge has blocked Texas's new online digital ID law, ruling that it raises significant constitutional concerns. The law, which required digital verification for internet users, was meant to curb fraud and protect data security. However, critics argue that it placed too much control in government hands, and the ruling is being hailed as a victory for privacy advocates. No, I think this is the porn industry trying to claim victory. Don't you think, honey? Oh, the porn industry is, oh, no, we were. Age verification for kids? That's what this is about. Because remember, if I want to target your kids, how do I do it? I go through their machines. That's what I do. Ladies and gentlemen, White Monkey says the Democrats really need to be rebranded as dirty, rotten scoundrels. Too nice, my friends. And thank you for that. Too nice indeed. Next, I love this one. This is too much. Oh, Barack and Michelle Obama seen together for the first time. Can you believe this crap? Can you believe? We'll get to that in a moment. See what Elon's father said about that? Whoa! Oh. Dateline, Democrats howl at the moon in a desperate attempt to stop President Trump and Elon Musk from saving the country. That's right, folks. A viral video captures Democrats reacting in outrage as President Trump and Elon Musk continue their efforts to reform government spending and economic policy. Their panic comes amid sweeping changes under the Trump administration, including a crackdown on bureaucratic waste and corruption. Musk has dismissed their outrage, saying the reforms will proceed regardless of political opposition. Let me say this again, my friend, because I want you to understand and grasp this in its totality, in its entirety. The Democratic Party is through. It is through. It is finished. I'm not just saying that. I mean, it is through. Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, is most probably going to switch Republican. The whole notion of it, Andrew Cuomo was going to try to run again. Republicans are dead. They're just simply put dead. It's that simple. Headline, Massachusetts town votes to become sanctuary city for transgender and gender diverse people. Good news, Dave. Good news indeed. A Massachusetts town, I'll never forget how to spell that, from Captain Kangaroo, MASSACHUSETTS. A Massachusetts town has officially declared itself a sanctuary city for transgender and gender diverse individuals, drawing national attention. You see, the measure provides additional protections and resources for those seeking gender affirming services, but critics argue it's an unnecessary and politically motivated move. Do you think? Yeah, you think? You see, the vote has sparked fierce debate over the role of local government in social policies. Isn't that great? They're still at it again. And before you know it, you're going to find more and more of these people recalibrated, recategorized, and recertified as mentally ill. Mark my words, Junior. Don't want to be cruel, but how these people are up. Associated Press whines after being barred from the White House event for refusing to recognize Gulf of America. That's right, friends. The Associated Press, the AP, has been barred from a White House press event after refusing to recognize President Trump's renaming of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. The decision to block the AP has fueled controversy, with some calling it a blow to press freedom, while others see it as a long overdue accountability for biased reporting. The White House insists that media outlets unwilling to respect official government decisions will not receive special access. Anybody got a problem with that? Ladies and gentlemen, Brad Rung, always poignant, says Jim Kelly, 65 years old today. He, of course, I think is what, the Buffalo Bills quarterback? Opera singer Renee Fleming, 66. Actor Ken Wall, 68. Magician Teller from Penn and Teller, he's 77. Carl Bernstein is 81. And actor Meg Tilly, 65. And there you have it. See, this is so incredible. We have our own little reporter. Thank you, Brad. Very, very special. I think we need it. I think it adds a nice little change of pace. Now, Steve Bannon on Trump's DOJ. A lot of people are going to prison for Democrat lawfare and political coups. You think so, Steve? You think so, big guy? Huh? Steve Bannon changing his tune. Remember that? Remember he was after Elon? They told him to shut the up. Okay, he will. He learned. Because Steve says, I don't know what to do. I've fallen from grace. I got to wear this damn jacket all the time. The rosacea is killing me. I don't know what the hell to do. I'm walking around. I look greasy. I look smelly. I'm doing. I talk a lot of crap, and I'm just losing my thing, my juice, my. I don't have it anymore. I don't have it. Remember what I told you? A couple of things. Look who the folks are who are not going to be invited to the White House, who have nothing to do with this. Ask yourself, whenever you see a name, are they going to be? We'll see. Also, where's Jack Schlossberg? That I despise him. And also, 2 words, George Stephanopoulos. That's all I want to say. You'll see. Therese Pollard says, yes, Canada is run by dolts. Absolutely, Missy. And happy Valentine's Day to you, young lady. To you and yours. What are yours? I don't know what that means. Yep, Steve Bannon has issued a stark warning stating that many political operatives behind the Democrats' legal attacks on Trump will end up in prison. He claims the Department of Justice under Trump's leadership is preparing to hold those responsible for lawfare and the election interference accountable. Bannon's remarks have sent shockwaves through Washington, intensifying speculation about upcoming prosecutions, ladies and gentlemen. I know people say, I like Steve Bannon. That's great. No, I like Steve Bannon. I like her. I like Candace Owens. Okay. What does that mean? I don't know. Whatever. You can like anybody you want. But watch what happens. Trump realizes I'm running out of time here. I'm on the back nine. Way the back nine. And I'm going to make every single moment count. And you have not yet even begun to see what's happening. Elon Musk is a maniac with what he's like this. You know, for somebody who's on the spectrum, that's a pretty good spectrum to be, don't you think? You know that? I think this word spectrum I think it's pretty damn good. I think of myself being more on a frequency than a spectrum, but that's me. Trump's State Department to designate cartels as foreign terrorist groups. This is the greatest thing ever. Why? So we can go into your country and blow the living out of you. You got it? President Trump's State Department is set to officially designate Mexican drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. The move will allow the U.S. military and law enforcement to take more aggressive action against cartel networks responsible for mass killings, along with killings and kidnapping and human trafficking. President Donald Trump has vowed that his administration will put an end to cartel violence once and for all, spilling into American communities. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear what I am saying? Oh, this is fantastic. It is great. It is glorious. It is beyond anything anybody ever thought possible. Ladies and germs. And I mean that sincerely. Headline, New York City needs a Doge of its own to root out reckless spending. Oh, do you think? Oh, dear God. With Trump's Department of Government Efficiency uncovering billions in wasted taxpayer funds, some are calling for similar reforms in New York City. Critics argue that the city's bloated budget and reckless spending have led to an economic disaster requiring immediate intervention. Calls are growing for an independent watchdog to investigate wasteful spending at all levels of city government. Isn't that wonderful? You better believe it. You better believe it. Then there's poor Kathy Hochul. She doesn't know what the hell to do. Kathy Hochul will just do, she was created under the sick mind, the sick rat bastard of Andrew Cuomo, whose sick little brother, that fiend, little Fredo, is on some 2-bit network. He doesn't know what he wants to do. He'll say whatever he wants, do anything, say anything. He figures for some reason he can say whatever he wants to do because he's Fredo Cuomo. He figures, I am so great, I'm so smart, I can fool people with picking up fake weights and doing my chin-ups because I'm gorgeous. You love me. He is so delusional. He's a little boy. Part of that weird kind of a Cuomo delusion. We're better than you. We're eloquent. No. But Kathy Hochul doesn't rule out removing Mayor Adams from office over the New York City mayor's quid pro quo allegations with the DOJ. Did you hear about that? Oh, my God. That's a great story. New York Governor Kathy Hochul has refused to rule out removing Mayor Eric Adams from office as the Justice Department investigates alleged corruption. You see, Adams is accused of engaging in a quid pro quo scheme that could implicate multiple city officials. The possibility of his removal has escalated tensions between state and city leaders. He said basically, look, I'll help you I'll get rid of the foreigner, I'll get rid of the aliens, I'll do this, but you got to drop these charges against me. And at the moment, they were planning on hitting him with more witness spoliation and the evidence destruction, and you name it. My God. My God. Here we go. AO's, this is such a great story. Oh my, have you seen this one? AOC shares tips on how illegal immigrants can evade ICE. This is not going to end well. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is facing a backlash after hosting a webinar providing illegal immigrants, illegal aliens with strategies to evade ICE enforcement. That would be called aiding, abetting, counseling, procuring, or hiring, or acting as an accessory after the fact to harbor fugitives and to facilitate the commission of felonies and the like. Critics say the event amounts to aiding and abetting illegal activity, while supporters claim she is protecting vulnerable communities. Trump's border czar, the maniac, the wonderful, the incredible, the inimitable, the ineffable Tom Homan, has warned that AOC Sandy's, remember her name is Sandy, Sandy's actions could lead to legal consequences. If you don't toss her ass in jail, there is no God. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricardo says regarding Trump's executive orders, my goosebumps are getting goosebumps. He is horripilating. Did you hear that? Did you know that? Did you find that out? It's true, ladies and gentlemen. It's true. Next, Trump administration sends 53 Venezuelans to Guantanamo Bay. Oh! The Trump administration, ladies and gentlemen, has sent 53 Venezuelan nationals to Guantanamo Bay as part of a new policy targeting illegal immigration. And migration, I should say. The move is aimed at preventing mass asylum fraud and ensuring that individuals with potential criminal ties are thoroughly vetted before entering the U.S. You see, the policy shift has drawn both praise and criticism from lawmakers and human rights organizations. Imagine that. What are you going to do? Oh, this is so good. Isn't it great? Don't you love it? Who loves it right now? Don't you just remember every morning we'd wake up with the Biden thing? Like, what are they going to do? I don't know. Where is Biden? I don't know where he is. Where's Biden? I don't know where he is. But he's somewhere. I know. I don't know where he is. Well, what happened to him? I don't know. It's hard to say. He's somewhere. Really? Anybody know where he is? No. Anybody seen him? No, not really. Huh. And right now, my friends, let me tell you something. There is so much to pay attention to, and I want you to listen to something. Do not think just because Trump is involved, just because Trump is in charge, which is true, that everything is hunky-dory and groovy. There's a lot of people who are suffering in the area of finance. Let me explain. Listen to this. New reports reveal that the average person has $8,674 in credit card debt. Plus, the total average consumer debt is a shocking $104,215 between mortgages, auto loans, student loans, credit cards, and unsecured loans. Unfortunately, without outside assistance, many will continue digging themselves deeper and deeper into the hole of debt. Now, I've advised and counseled friends and clients for years who want to take back control of individual debt about this secret weapon that has helped so many consolidate everything owed into one affordable monthly payment. They even helped negotiate a settlement agreement that will allow you to pay less than the total balance. Listen, they settled over $275 million in debt, and they've helped people become debt-free in an average of 28 months. I've had such an incredible experience referring clients and friends that I wanted to partner with them here. and introduce their services to you, my loyal Lionel Nation family. If you want a helping hand to get out of debt, I absolutely, positively, and strenuously recommend booking a free consultation now by going to nodebtwithlionel.com. Look at the address. Once again, that's nodebtwithlionel.com. Use the link I've provided under the title. Listen to me. You can take control and learn how to get out of debt now. My friends, just when you thought you've heard everything that this great president can do, he comes along and he says, "Oh no, I'm not even done. I'm not even done. I'm not even closed." How about that great Pete Hegseth? And what do you think Matt Gaetz is thinking right now? I always wonder about that. Matt Gaetz, who's just like, everybody's made it. Cash Patel's going to make it. Everybody's going to make it. Bobby Kennedy. Everybody in that miserable family with that miserable Caroline, that miserable Kennedys, with that miserable Jack Schlossberg, and that miserable, all those horrible, miserable, terrible, god-awful, horrible people. Park Fish, by the way, says, Pork morning to you, kids. Read the novel of Isaac Consent by Alan Drury, a fun potboiler showing normies how sausage is made. This BS was invented with Obama, baked in the cake. With all due the consideration for your genius, Pork Fish, this was done way before Mr. Obama, way before. But I thank you nonetheless. I thank you. Not for what you are, but for what you appear to be. And I mean that sincerely. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you, dear friends. Let's talk about our friend Pete Hegseth. DefSec, or SecDef, Hegseth, Trump's strength bringing Putin, Zelensky to the table. Now, let me tell you something. What they're going to do is they're going to claw back all of Zelensky's money. Trump really realizes that basically Putin was goaded into this. Trump loves tough guys, loves Putin. And Putin, as far as balls go, no, gargantuan, all right? Elephantine. Xi Jinping loves it, hates weak men. That little sissy fruitcake, that little snowball, that little Zelensky playing an organ with a schwanz. What the hell is this about? You're going to find that about him. You're going to find he's playing for all the teams. You know what I mean? And Trump knows this, and he doesn't respect it. He's going to claw back that $350 billion, or else you'll never be safe. You know what I mean? Capiche? You got it? Well, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has praised President Trump's leadership in pushing for peace talks between Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Zelensky. I got a very simple thing. Get out. NATO, get out. Quit goading. Everything was fine. Remember, I'm going to say this again. Putin wanted to meet with Zelensky and to Boris Johnson, so Bojo told him, no, you're not going to do it. Putin wanted to do it, but they said, no, we don't want you to do it. You understand how this thing works? You got it? Pete Hegseth credits Trump's strength and deal-making ability for convincing both sides to negotiate. You see, the administration believes a diplomatic solution is within reach if world leaders cooperate. Couldn't have said it better myself. Could not have said it better myself. I don't think I can or shall. How about this one? Trump's DOJ, ready for this? Uncovers $521 billion in fraud and announces a sweeping crackdown. President Trump has revealed shocking new numbers on government fraud, exposing more than $521 billion, $500 billion in taxpayer money lost to waste and corruption each year. His administration is now implementing a sweeping crackdown to recover funds and hold those responsible accountable. The scale of fraud is beyond anything imagined and has been described as staggering, with major investigations already underway. $521 billion. Ready for this one? Elon Musk's father, Errol, I believe, says Michelle Obama is obviously a man. Elon Musk's father has stirred controversy yet again by publicly claiming that former First Lady Michelle Obama is obviously a man. The comment made during an interview has sparked outrage among critics, while fueling speculation from, dare I say, those conspiracy theorists. I don't know what the conspiracy is, because are you saying that it's maybe the conspiracy to keep it quiet? I'm not sure. But the remarks have gone viral, further intensifying the cultural debate, ladies and gentlemen, surrounding the Obama legacy. But let me ask you fine folks right now, do you believe, is there anybody here who actually truly believes that Michelle Obama is a man? And if you do, how do you believe that? How do you know that? Why do you know that? Not stuff online. How do you see this? How do you know this? Why do you believe it? What have you seen? I've not seen any. I mean, that Macron lady, there's some kind of pictures there, but first of all, I don't understand really what it means. But I think it means one thing, which is very interesting. It's not so much Michelle. It says a lot about Barry. What does that tell you? If it's true, but I don't see any reason. And I'm not trying to be diplomatic. Believe me. I don't know what it is. What do you see? Nobody really knows. Nobody knows. They kind of, it's kind of fun, and they keep pointing to Joan Rivers. Joan Rivers says these things, and Joan Rivers was not whacked by. I know a little bit about this case, and okay, let me explain something to you, and let me see if I can explain this to you. First, do you believe that if it was true, Michelle Obama would like to keep it quiet? And President Obama as well. Do you believe so? Yes. Okay. Number two, if Joan Rivers says this thing in passing, something that's been said before, what do you think would be the best way to handle it? Ignore it. Number three, if you were to say, okay, send one of our operatives, black bag, we want her iced. We want her dispatched. We want some wet works here. You know what I mean? Got it? Some wet work. It's a work. We want you to do some work for us, as we say in the mob. Really? Yeah, do it. Get all these people while she's having some kind of surgery, and get with somebody in a hospital setting or a medical setting, and have something done in front of all these people, so that if something does look irregular, it could be, it's like, there was that, like, kind of like the Kennedy autopsy. Well, this guy came in with the brain was, I don't know who this guy. Yeah. You think so? You think they're going to do it? It's one thing to say all of a sudden, hey, what's that noise? Joan, what happened? That's one thing. But for you to be you're gonna hit her in an office or a hospital setting or a surgical ward, what? That's the way you're gonna do it? No, seriously, that's the way you're gonna do it. Seriously, really? No, you're gonna say, oh no, they're gonna really? You think that's the way they're gonna get her? They're gonna, hey, Joan Rivers, what is it? Joan Rivers made a joke, said that Michelle was a man. Everybody's saying that. Yeah, but this is Joan Rivers. Stand in line. Are you kidding me? Yeah, but Joan, that's different. She said it kind of in passing. Okay. What are you going to do? Hit her. Hit her? Where? In the operating room. In the operating room? Come on. What do you want to do? Turn off the no. There's all these civilians are there with masks and this. No, it doesn't matter. Now that's different than whether it's true or not. But you're gonna whack her in a hospital room? I mean, even the Kennedy thing was outside. You had Lee Harvey Oswald. There's something. So I mean, just use your head. But could it be? Oh, most certainly could be. Absolutely. What couldn't be? What could of course it could be. And these people are so weird. Who knows? Maybe at one point after this transgender thing where they said, and to show you how much we believe in the transgender, well, Michelle, I don't know. I don't really care about it, think about it. I mean, I really don't. But Joan whacked? No. That doesn't make any sense. Other stuff, could be. Could be. And you would think somehow these things would not go away. But don't forget, my friends, when I was a kid, we had this thing that said that Jim Neighbors and was it Jim Neighbors and Rock Hudson were married. And then that kid Mikey, remember the kid Mikey? My Mikey's a hilly anything. Remember Mikey ate the Pop Rocks and the Coke and he blew up. And then there was Eddie Haskell was Alice Cooper, or maybe there was Jerry Mathers leaving the Beaver, or he was killed in Vietnam. I don't know. There were all these things going on. So we'll see. It's great urban myth, if you will. Anyway, breaking exclusive, the liberal global establishment would rather commit nuclear suicide with World War III than admit the Ukraine war was a massive mistake. That's right. A shocking new report, ladies and gentlemen, suggests that global elites would rather risk nuclear war than acknowledge that the Ukraine conflict was a tragic failure. Intelligence sources warned that Western leaders continue to escalate tensions rather than pursue diplomatic solutions. Many see Trump's push for negotiations as the only viable path to de-escalation. Isn't that amazing? Doesn't that make you absolutely... It makes me, I don't know what the word is. It makes me, I'm just effervescent. It makes me effervesce, if that's such a word. Now, there's so much going on right now. Question number one. Do you think the American public is interested in foreign relations? Answer my question. Answer while you answer it. No. Do you think America understands it? No. It just wants no war. It doesn't want us to war, but war. I mean, why does America have 750 military bases around the world? 750, right? 800? Why? Close those down. Would you? Absolutely. Close them down. How many bases does China have? 4? Maybe 3? Hard to say. Russia, around the world, I think there's one in Tartus in Syria. There's 750 is America. I think number 2 with like 150 or so, Great Britain. Great Britain. The first thing we have to do is completely, absolutely destroy, shut these down. They serve no purposes whatsoever. The military-industrial complex is done. And if ever there is something that will have that little red dot on you more, and that's going after the military-industrial complex. Intel is one thing. This is a different story. It's time for America to say, all right, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Number 2, do you think Americans really hate Russia? Do you think we still hate Russia? This Boris and Natasha, hello, little squirrel. Natasha, yes, niet. The way we always portrayed the Russians in TV is always about, I will destroy you, Drago. Yes. Remember that, this spook, this psyops. Remember Rambo with the helicopters? Charlie Wilson's War. Tom Clancy, Bourne Identity, Mission Impossible. Oh, come on. You see this? Sean Ryan show. How about all these shows where I'm an ex-CIA? Did you see in the CIA? When I was in the CIA, do they not think that we don't think this is what? What do they think this is? Do they not think this? Do they not understand this? Where did we get to this position? What makes my country great is not military strength. I don't care about that. I want them to know if you do something, it's not a good idea. But go out and do, no. But they think they do. The little boys do. They do. And then we have this thing called Israel. What are we going to do with that? You think Americans care about that? No. Most Americans say, oh, Jesus, I can't keep track of that stuff. Those people. Jesse Waters the other day has to be one of the most stupid people I've ever heard in my life. Jesse Waters was portraying, I think it was Palestinians as just animals or something. I don't know what it is. They have this idea that Hamas, who is Hamas? They don't even bother with this. I've got these friends. Look, I do yourself a favor. If you have friends like this, don't involve yourself with it. I've got friends of mine, they're going to bring up the Holocaust. It's like, I don't have time for this. I don't want to sit there and try. Because they're not able. It's like when black folks say, and the slavery, is like, would you stop bringing up slavery? You're denying slavery. I'm not denying slavery, but Jesus Christ, you keep bringing up the slavery and this. And I'm tired about the Holocaust. Would you enough? We're not disputing that. It has nothing to do with that. Do you understand? And that's why you've got to realize, and take it from me, you've got to understand there are some people you just don't talk to. They don't understand it. I told you, I talked to my good friend the other day, Mark Simone. Love him. I don't think he knows the first thing about the JFK assassination. Nothing. Or unless he's letting on to it. Or maybe he thinks it's a good idea for somebody to say, I think Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone. I mean, that's just crazy. So what am I going to do? Argue? Why? What's the point? 9/11? Forget it. But everything we said about Wuhan or whatever is coming out now. And you know who the best one of that is? Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, two things. Joe Rogan is just... Joe Rogan could say anything. And people say, well, Joe Rogan said that. Joe Rogan said that. Really? Oh, yeah. I was kidding the other day. I said, that story? Did you ever hear the story when you were a kid that says if you go swimming too early after you eat, you'll get a cramp and you'll die. You'll cramp up and you'll sink to the bottom. Did you ever hear that? Yeah, I said, Joe Rogan proved that true. What? Yeah, Joe Rogan. And I made this up. I said, yeah, Joe Rogan had some guy on who proved that, yes, it goes into this visceral reaction, this kind of a mammalian reaction, and that people who do this will die, and they'll... And just for a moment, he didn't say, oh, that Rogan's crazy. They said, oh, really? That's Joe Rogan. I said, I'm kidding. I made that up. But that's you. Another great show to listen to. Haven't heard, don't ask me. I go through these. Remember a while back I was watching Boiling Points with Sagar and Crystal. Can't listen to that shit anymore. Cannot. Don't ask me. Say, what happened to it? Have you ever had shows like that? You ever had that? All of a sudden you say, I can't take this anymore. I can't. What happened? I don't know. But you liked it. I know I did. I used to like Weon, World is One, with Palki Sharma. And then I kind of got like, I'm sorry of that. And then I went into some other stuff too. I said, well, let me hear this a little bit. I don't listen to any of the regular shows you listen to. Never. Except for Alex Jones, Schroyer, and there's one called American. And they got this poor guy who's damn good. This young man, he's damn good. And he is, how do I say this? He has his own show called American History or American Legacy or something like that. And he's fantastic. It's called The American Journal. That's right, the American Journal. It's some of the best stuff I've ever heard. Nobody sells products like Alex. Nobody. Ladies and gentlemen, Love Vanessa, who has been a member for 2 months, says Happy Valentine's Day. Isn't that great? Mrs. Ellen and I are going to be doing a Ventilation Friday today, a Valentine's Day special. We're celebrating our cards. We're playing our minefields, our card minefields. I love that. I love cards. I love that. Don't you, Lovey? I love getting the mahogany cards too. I try to get the black cards, which I love them. They're called mahogany. I think Hallmark put them out for black folks. It's like having a flesh colored bed. Why don't the other cards have black folks? So I bought, and I like to buy them. I get Spanish, and I get the mahogany. They have one. I think there's one is Hispanic. I don't know what it was. It was the thought that counts. One day I was doing my thing, and there's this store I go to in New Jersey. I kind of like it. These old ladies are like, "Can I help you?" And this woman's got all kinds of she has all kinds of aprons on, like bib. I say, what do you think is going to happen? Almost like a chef wears like an apron, like an industrial, like a thing. I say, you're selling cards, but she's covered Hallmark. It's like this. Do you have your number? Yes, I do. Here's my number. Thank you. They're very nice people. And, you ever just walk around the card store? Everything you can think of except what you're looking for. You got 75, you got 80, got happy 90. No 73, though, but that's okay. In any event, but they're still going on. And they still mean something. And we haven't gotten away from cards. And I like that. I like them. I like when these things are I like cards that open up and they go like this, and then the worst thing are those sparklers, right? Those are horrible. You open them up. Oh, no, that's okay. But there's just little things it's a wonderful time. Valentine's Day or Valentine's Day, as some of my kids in school would say. But it's a wonderful day. It's a wonderful day. Do yourself a favor. Make sure you love. You acknowledge the one that you love and do something. Just do something special. Do something special. By the way, did you see what our good friend Dom, what's his name? Dom Luker. He's going after Crockett. And he's, oh my God. How does this woman was worth 10 million, 30 million? Now we know how Fannie Wallace might be worth $8 million. USAID. And those types of money funnelings. That's how do you think, why do you think those rat bastards at the Kennedy family were so horrible and tough on Trump? Because they were most probably paid, all of them. New York Times, Politico, remember HuffPost? Is anybody even doing that anymore? Oh, you are going to see the scab pulled off at levels nobody could even understand, my friend. Taxpayers want to know about Malia Obama. We're going to find out about that one. Johnny Maz's Baz says, I know you like music. Have you heard of the Russian cover band Leonid and Friends? Great band. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Since the day they started with Chicago cover band. Oh. And I think they're coming here. I think they're coming to Bergen back or something. They're going to be in this area. You know who else is going to be here? And I'm thinking about doing Cowboy Junkies is going to be here. I thought they were very good. I love that anniversary song. I love that song. Cowboy Junkies. Some other ones are too. I like these little, there's some little smaller venues. I think they were playing at Sony. I have it. The last concert we went to, Steely Dan at the Beacon with Walter Becker. This is how long ago it was. I'm not into that, but I think I might do that. But Leonid and Friends, phenomenal. They do some jobs better. The female singer is terrific. Tsetska, I don't know her name, but she's a great singer. She speaks 4 or 5 languages. She's brilliant. She's an economist. She's a doctorate. And there's one guy, I don't know who he is, but he's the one who always has the bear, and he sings the Terry Kath part. He looks like the greatest movie villain. Ain't It Blue? He does that great version of this. There's a fellow who does Peter Cetera's high part. They did Street Player, and I think he's Ukrainian. Unbelievable. And the brass section, and Leonid, the bass player, is phenomenal. Phenomenal. I think they did something. Did they do What's This World Coming To, I think? Because remember, the really good songs that Chicago did not make the top 40. Hit by Varese, Something in the City Changes People, Hollywood. I mentioned Hit by Varese. Chains. What Can I Say? What Can I Do? I'm So in Love with You. Something to do with Champlin. Street Player with Maynard Ferguson. Donnie Dacus playing guitar. Remember, they went from Terry Kath, Donnie Dacus, who played with Stills, and then Chris Pinnock, who looked like Kath and sounded like, and I saw him in concert. Oh my, it was eerie. And now they're not even, I think Walt Parazater is out with a heart condition or something. I think Jimmy Panko's still there. Born on August the 20th. Bobby Lamb, Lee Loughnane, Jimmy Panko, and that's it. We lost Terry, Peter, Danny Serafin. I don't know what happened with them. Remember Laudir de Oliveira, who's like, I think he just passed away. When they were into that conga stuff. Mononucleosis. I've Been Searching So Long. Italian from New York. Skinny Boy. Incredible. Johnny Maz's Spaz says they're playing at the Terrytown Hall in May, and she is absolutely beautiful, and they do Earth, Wind, and Fire too. Yes, they do September. They're phenomenal. They're phenomenal. But let me tell you something. Each one of them is a monster. And you know what? It's so great during all of this Russo-phobic nonsense us to realize these people are terrific. She does this song, Superstar. The Carpenters, terrific. Excellent. But and they went through some guitar. The new guitar players they do Terry perfectly. Perfectly. And Cetera was an incredible bass player. Listen to Cetera on Chicago 4 live at Carnegie Hall. Better End Soon. Oh my God. This guy he's a powerhouse. And Peter Cetera never liked it. Remember, Cetera sang funny. Well, he sang because they broke his jaw. It was at a Cubs game or something. They broke his jaw. It didn't set right or something. And his jaw had a weird kind of a way of phrasing, which helped. Just like the way George Jones sang. He sang in a particular way so that he could sing for long periods. He kind of growled the song so he could sing longer. Do yourself a favor. Listen to Dale Watson. Just go and listen to Dale Watson. And the best song he ever did was Caught. When I was on WABC, every day, every morning at 8 o'clock, I played Caught. Caught in a hotel room. Caught. Dale Watson. And then there's Dale Watson and Ray Benson from Asleep at the Wheel. Oh, dear God. Dale Watson today. I'll put him above everybody. You hear what I'm saying? Better than George Strait, Alan Jackson, anybody. Listen to his voice. It's Merle, it's Lefty, it's George Jones, Dale Watson. Did the Truck Drivers tunes too. But listen to Caught. It's the best. Absolutely. You know who else I heard the other day? The Sundays. Here's How the Story Ends. I've been digging that. Also, Everything But the Girl. Oh, my God. Unbelievable. I don't know. It's like I go into foods, like, I'm tired of that. Or news shows, like, I get tired of that. And then I'll listen to music for a while, and then I'll just be. There isn't a day that goes by without Nick Drake. Not a day that goes by without Nick Drake. None. Nick Drake connects me. That the first time I heard that, I'll never forget that. I thought, what the hell is this? And around the world, look at the documentary, A Skin Too Thin. Unbelievable. And I was also listening. What else was I listening to? There's just so much. Oh my God. And Rick Beato does so many things. Especially when he breaks down the point. Have you ever seen Rick Beato? Here's my not my joke, but his son, I think his name is Dylan. He's got his son Dylan, Layla, Sharona. He names his kids after famous songs. But there's one kid, Dylan, is like, really? He's like, what's this? E by flat 7 major sus 4 over 6 E7, and he's completely pitch perfect. So I can imagine they're sitting around the piano table and somebody hears, and somebody says, what's that? He goes, E flat 7 over diminished 9 augmented 4 with a pentatonic. Had I known, if you want to learn how to do lead guitar, watch it. Pentatonics. Who knew? Nobody. This is the greatest thing. Everything you want to know. Everything. One more thing I want to tell you about YouTube that drives me crazy. This is a cute, syrupy couple who gushes. Everybody, they go, hi, we're so excited. Oh, come on. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? There is a, let me see. There is a, yes, there is a place. I've been watching this guy. I don't know if you've ever had this. Crispy Pizza. Have you seen the guy on Crispy Pizza? What's his name? Frank? Yeah. Frank looks like a killer. He's a sweet guy. But he talks like this. What you do is you get your sauce. Your sauce is good. Hey, Dad. What is it? What are you making? I'm making my fumaloon. What's your sauce? I can't even talk like that. I got to go to this place. I'll get it without the cheese. But the point is unbelievable. Do you have these? Have you watched these? There's another one too. There's a guy he's kind of a nice guy. He's a chef in Canada. I don't even know the name of it. Calivia, the pizzas. Do you watch this? This one guy, he's in Quebec or something. I love this guy. I want to go see him. There was a guy, Jack's Nothing But the Blues. There was a guy in Connecticut. He's watching a big fat guy. And he died. I used to watch him all. This medium, this thing that we call, by the way, social media, you probably didn't know that, is so incredible that it's the best advertising. And I love these people that go around town. I love this guy, these people that walk around, they got the little robe mic, and they go in, and there's some guy who's a Palestinian or the Filipino. It's the greatest show in town. The greatest show in town. That's all I want to say. So this place, this pizza joint, my God, in any event, what am I going to say? I've had enough. That's right. Crispy Pizza. What's his name? He's got a great last name. Palazzolo, it's a terrific name. Crispy is family owned 50 years in Brooklyn. And they're in Freehold, Old Bridge, Jersey City, New Brunswick. And who is it? Frank? Is it Frank? From our family to yours, Vincent P. What's the name? Palazzolo. It's a great name. It's beautiful. It rings. All right, well, enough for that. They're not paying me for this. Not that they have to. All right, dear friends. Listen, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Valentine's Day and happy Thanksgiving as well. Because you can never be too thankful. That's what I always say. You can never be too thankful in this business. What business? Small engine repair, but that's a different story. Thank you. And to our dear friends, Johnny Maz, Spaz, we thank you. Love Vanessa, Pork Sea Fish. Thank you, Pork. By the way, there's Elvis, the fat photo towards you again. Ricardo, Therese Pollard, Brad Rung, ladies and gentlemen. White Monkey. White Monkey, the channel no one subs to. Thank you so much. And of course you. And you are incredible. Terrific. Mrs. Eld and I will be with you tonight for our Ventilation Friday. I want to thank you. Have a great and a glorious day. It's nice and chilly today, nice little 33 degrees. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. God bless America. I cannot thank this president enough. I can't even keep track of what he's doing, but we're going to do our best. All right, dear friends. See you later tonight. Don't forget, 7 p.m. Mrs. L and me. Ventilation Friday. Be there or be square. And don't forget these. Oh, and don't forget to follow her at Lynn's Warriors. The other channel we have is Lionel Legal. And right here on our show, Lionel Nation. All right, dear friends. Have a great and glorious day. And don't forget, until then, remember the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Da, da.